True power starts with mastering your mind. Everything else follows. This fundamental truth has echoed through history, whispered in the corridors of power, and etched into the strategies of the most formidable figures who ever lived. Yet, the true art of mental mastery and ruthless success is a philosophy long forgotten by many, buried beneath layers of sanitized self-help advice and diluted motivational platitudes. What I'm about to share with you goes beyond fleeting motivation and simplistic affirmations. It is a raw, unfiltered blueprint for dominance, a philosophy shaped in shadows, forged in the fires of necessity, and practiced by those who understood that the mind is the ultimate battlefield. Throughout history, countless philosophers have wrestled with the question of what it takes to succeed, to dominate, to transcend the chaos of life and bend reality to one's will. But often, their wisdom has been repackaged into palatable advice that lacks the ruthless edge necessary to truly seize control. The forgotten guide I'm talking about is not about being nice or even being good. It's about being effective, brutal when you must be, disciplined always, and relentless in pursuit of your goals. Imagine a mind so sharp and disciplined that every distraction, every impulse, every emotional weakness is neutralized before it even surfaces. A mind that does not bend to fear, doubt, or sentimentality, but instead commands reality with an iron grip. This is mental mastery in its purest form, and it all begins with understanding yourself. Not just your strengths, but your deepest fears, your blind spots, and the subtle weaknesses that quietly sabotage your progress. Many people confuse willpower with motivation. Motivation is fleeting, a candle flickering in the wind. Willpower, in contrast, is a muscle, one that must be trained, hardened, and conditioned to withstand relentless pressure. True mental mastery comes from building this muscle, from programming your mind like a precision instrument, one that can cut through the noise and chaos of modern life with laser focus. Take the ancient Stoics, for example. Popular culture has reduced Stoicism to a bland acceptance of fate and passive serenity, but the original texts tell a different story. The Stoics were warriors of the mind. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a philosopher-emperor. He was a man who faced constant warfare and political intrigue, and his meditations read less like gentle reflections and more like tactical orders to his own psyche. The Stoics taught ruthless self-control, the transformation of every obstacle into an opportunity for growth. They mastered the art of mental resilience by rejecting not just external circumstances, but also internal turmoil, forging a mind that was unshakable no matter the storm. Mental mastery demands embracing discomfort, chaos, and uncertainty not as enemies, but as necessary tools. The path to ruthless success is littered with pain and sacrifice. The mind that flees from discomfort is a mind that will never ascend. It is in the fire of hardship that the steel of will is forged. Niccolò Machiavelli, the father of political realism, understood this all too well. His works aren't paeans to kindness or morality, but pragmatic guides to power and survival. He advised rulers to be cunning, adaptable, and yes, ruthless, not because he was cruel, but because the brutal realities of power demand it. Machiavelli's wisdom extends far beyond kings and conquerors. It applies to anyone who wants to dominate their personal or professional battlefield. Ruthless success requires cutting through illusions, including those of compassion, hesitation, and false loyalty, to act decisively and without regret. The question remains, how do you cultivate this kind of mind? The answer lies in daily, relentless discipline. It is waking before dawn, pushing your limits even when you feel like quitting, seeking solitude to sharpen your focus, and constantly questioning your impulses. It means setting boundaries with yourself and others, and never allowing complacency or excuses to take root. But mental mastery is not only about sheer willpower, it is also about strategy, the art of choosing your battles wisely. The most successful minds know that not every fight is worth their energy. They conserve their strength for what truly matters, striking with precision and patience when the moment is right. This kind of strategic ruthlessness is what separates the victors from the defeated. Another crucial insight from history's greatest minds is their understanding of the narratives we live by. Humans are creatures of story. We shape our reality through the meanings we assign to our experiences. The ruthless mind rewrites these narratives constantly, purging limiting beliefs and replacing them with visions of invincibility and control. This process of self-mythologizing is essential for mental sovereignty, the ability to govern your own mind rather than being governed by it. Most people wander through life trapped in mental prisons of their own making, cages constructed from fear, doubt, societal expectations, and false hopes. To break free, you must become both the jailer and the warden of your mind, deciding which thoughts to imprison and which to liberate. This is the essence of true freedom: mental sovereignty. History's most feared and respected figures, from Julius Caesar to Sun Tzu, Nietzsche to modern-day strategists, mastered this art of mind control and by doing so, shaped the world around them. They knew the power of cold, calculated thinking combined with unbreakable discipline. So as you listen now, ask yourself, where are your vulnerabilities? Which fears silently dictate your choices? What distractions are draining your energy and focus? Awareness is the first step toward mastery. If this challenges you, good. Growth rarely comes without discomfort. If it intrigues you, even better. Curiosity is the spark that lights transformation. Mastering your mind is not a one-time feat, but a lifelong commitment. It is a war fought every day in silence against yourself and the world. But the rewards are profound: freedom from internal chaos, power over your environment, and control over your destiny. If you're ready to embrace this path, I invite you to join this community of seekers. Like this video if it shakes your perspective. Subscribe to dive deeper into forbidden philosophy that cuts through illusions. Share this with someone ready to confront their own mental limits. And comment below with your struggles and victories, because even the strongest minds grow through connection and dialogue. Ruthless success is not for everyone. It requires courage, discipline, and relentless self-honesty. But if you choose to walk this road, you'll never be the same again. True power starts with mastering your mind. Everything else follows.